the corrupt system we have now. Remember, not just a government system, it's all encompassing. It's education, entertainment, it's freaking sports, they have it all, right? They seized every institution. And before I get to this Hunter Biden, Joe Biden stuff, I just want to point something out. COVID revealed so much of how corrupt our system was. It woke us all up. Oh my gosh, we don't even have a CDC. But you know what got me the most about COVID? There were many things, many things, how compliant our fellow citizens were and whatnot. But the part that got me the most during COVID was this: how willing our leaders were to rub their different life in our faces. We have to follow the rules, and they don't. Okay, that already sucks, right? That's not good. That's not a good system. But it was more than that. They don't have to follow the rules, and they decided they wanted you to know about it. And what do I mean by that? Remember this, remember all the lockdowns, wear a mask, don't travel, don't see family, close this, don't get your hair cut, don't eat at a restaurant. Remember all that stuff? They were always telling you that you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do that. And then they kept getting caught doing the exact thing they told you not to do, oftentimes on the same day. Gavin Newsom locks down California. We don't need these big gatherings in restaurants with like 10 people. Gets caught hours later dining in a restaurant with something like 20 friends at the French Laundry. Remember it? You remember London Breed, mayor of San Francisco, telling everybody, lockdown, can't do this, can't do that, don't gather with people. Are you crazy? Gets caught, I believe it was that night, out with friends at a bar. No mask, dancing it up. Woo! You remember? But what hit me most about it wasn't hypocrisy. Forget about that stupid word. That means nothing. These people don't care that they're hypocrites. What hit me was, man, how powerful do these people think they are if they don't even have to pretend anymore? You see, all those people didn't get caught. They know it's the cell phone era. Everyone in the public eye knows that. I do. I don't sit at a traffic light and pick my nose. Why? Well, one, because that's gross, but two, everyone's got a cell phone camera these days. But I know that. All these people knew that they would get caught. They wanted to get caught. They wanted you to see, look, peasant, this is how I live. That's how you have to live. They wanted to get caught. I think about this when I look at this Hunter Biden, Joe Biden stuff. How just naked, out in the open, the corruption was. Hunter Biden's lawyers, they actually threatened the DOJ to put Joe Biden on the stand. You know what the DOJ did with this Hunter Biden stuff? Now, granted, all this stuff got buried, but you know what the DOJ did with the Hunter Biden stuff? They tried to get him blanket immunity, not just for everything he did now, but for any future crimes that come up. That would be like Al Capone. You know how they busted him for tax evasion? The IRS busted him for tax evasion? That would be like the DOJ sitting down with Al Capone when everyone knows he committed other crimes and saying, okay, Al, well, we've got a deal for you here. No jail time for the tax evasion and any other crimes that may or may not arise. We got you some immunity in that too. Hunter Biden's lawyers didn't seek that out for Hunter Biden. The Department of Justice sought that out for Hunter Biden, the president's son. Who was the main culprit in that? Well, his name's David Weiss. This is a little quote courtesy of the New York Times. Quote, Mr. Weiss, now special counsel, appeared willing to forego any prosecution of Hunter Biden at all, and his office came close to agreeing to end the investigation without requiring a guilty plea on any charges. But the correspondence reveals that his position relayed through his staff changed in the spring around the time a pair of IRS officials on the case accused the Justice Department of hamstringing the investigation. Mr. Weiss suddenly demanded that Mr. Biden plead guilty to committing tax offenses. The guy who's currently the special counsel in charge of investigating Hunter Biden was attempting to use his position at the Department of Justice to get him off completely scot-free from any crime. And even after that gigantic reveal that he's actually an advocate for Hunter Biden, he practically is one of his lawyers. Instead of being a prosecutor, the Department of Justice said, hey, man, we need a special counsel for Hunter Biden. Somebody nonpartisan, somebody America can trust to look into this. And they appointed David Weiss. You know they do this stuff on purpose now, right? They don't hide it. Over the weekend, did you know they dropped tax charges against Hunter Biden? All the tax crimes he's committed, open tax crimes. On Friday, they just announced, all that's dismissed. They do it out in the open now. And remember this, they do it in the open on purpose. Just like telling you, hey, don't you dare go out without a mask. And then me getting caught 5 seconds later without a mask. I didn't get caught. I wanted you to know. I wanted you to see who rules you. And that's how these people see themselves. It's pretty friggin' sick, isn't it? I have great news. If you enjoyed that, I have a YouTube channel you can subscribe to. Whatever I do, it'll be right there on YouTube. So go subscribe today.